Coach, it is a terrific night for football as EA Sports takes us to Bronco Stadium at Mile High in the capital city of Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the Mile High Air in full effect as that's out of the back. In the end zone for a touchback.
Dad, 20.
Hey man, watch the boot.
They'll run on first down. Green. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
Dad, wait.
We don't want this.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Hamilton, the 4th-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day. Watch out.
A run with Lindsay out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Like
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
I got you. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Here's Grant. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Butker's kick here is good. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Passing play. Flacco. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's give the Broncos first down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Showing it. Showing it.
Gun.
On first down, Lindsey. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
That's the way to hit.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
It's third down and 6.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Flacco from midfield. And able to find Garcon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First and 10 at the 30.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press it so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
I know he ain't got it. Gun.
They'll try the left side. Green. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Yes! Ready!
Check with the 6. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
Yo, we!
On third down, it's Lindsey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's go, D.
Now Flacco. Screen pass to Lindsay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the 41, Flacco completes it to Fant on the right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
SOS. Greystone, travel. SOS. Check the backer, check the backer. 53's the mic. 53, check 53.
Gun.
Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Lindsay. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Lindsay. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll run on first down. It's Lenzing. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
20.
Check 53 is mine. Push him back. Push him back.
From the 31, Flacco. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To pass, Flacco. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on that,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
the offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. I got him.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Check Mike 34. Mike 30. Attack. Tight down. There you go.
This is Grant. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. yards on the return that time. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
Relax. Attack, attack.
Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
17 yards.
Quarterback Patrick Mahomes has some fond memories of playing here in Denver. In fact, one of his earliest NFL memories came here in the Mile High City. That was back in the final week of the 2017 season while Alex Smith was resting up for the playoffs. And we got a glimpse of what the young Mahomes could do. He threw for 284 yards in a 27-24 Chiefs victory. That, of course, was the first start of the career for Patrick Mahomes. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. They go back to Grant. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Mahomes going to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Let's get there. Check 52.
On first down, it's Grant. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
40. Yellow. 43. 43.
Check nine, check nine.
Hey, 57 colors. 57 colors.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Hey, 43.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Back, 57, 57. Shoot! Yellow.
New fellas, let's go. 47. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Here's Mahomes to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 14. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Play. Check 31, check 31.
Attack.
Again, it's McCoy. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Flacco. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. It'll be a 51-yard punt ball. 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The cheat of the 3rd quarter, and the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Let's see what you got.
They will run with Grant. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Yellow, 40!
Let's get in that hole.
Let's go, hey. Well, Mike 34. Mike. Yellow.
Let's go. 34's the Mike. 34's the Bravo. Check in. I'll get him.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. Gets around him. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
And a first down, Chiefs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rush in.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant, and an alley to run. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Corey Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
In your face. I got it. Slam.
On first down, Grant. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game.
You gotta be ready. Don't be scared.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Yellow.
On second down now, it's Grant, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. From the 30 on second down, Flacco. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's 3rd down now. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Flacco from the gun, and that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Monday. That's flat.
They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And it is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
They run the counter. Grant. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tom Davis. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
Tight end right, tight end right.
You're over here.
Passing play. Flacco. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Yo, we. Smooth.
On 1st down, Flacco. Throw left side, it's reeled in by Hamilton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike's 50.
And again, it's Flacco to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. To try again after the sack. Flacco, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever.
Haywood.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Well, the Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. Flacco now on 4th. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Man out.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Cut.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a